take it here from the 38. Hand it off. Love hasn't had much room to work with. Gets across the 40, and they'll mark him down to the 41.
Now, he has not had much room, but A&M is bringing a lot of run blitzes. They're bringing linebackers and safeties right up by the line of scrimmage, and the problem with that is there's not much at the second level of the defense, and the speed of Love and Price, if they hit a gap, it could be a big play. So far, A&M has done a nice job of tackling those guys at or near the line of scrimmage.
Carr on 2nd and 7. Rainbow, sideline. Fields trying to make the adjustment. It was tight coverage. The crowd's looking for a flag and won't get it. Des Ricks with him stride for stride.
Got a lot of room because he's on the hash. Tries to throw it to the back shoulder. There's a little bit of a grab by Ricks. Not sure it's enough to draw the penalty. Again, he's a big receiver. It didn't really alter his route. The ball was taking him that way anyway. I don't think that needed to be a call. I think that's a good no call. If he'd have grabbed and turned his body, that would have been different.
And it brings up a 3rd and 7. Calling the motion man. Carr lets it fly. Open, caught. First down for Fields and a gain of 20.
Again, this is good job, CJ reading the field. He goes to the backside. Fields does a nice job this time staying right by the sideline in between the two defenders. CJ Carr started by looking to the right, came back to the left, and found an opening with his big receiver. They didn't connect on 2nd down, but they sure did on 3rd.
And you're seeing the big-time game performance from Carr as he's going to split again. They've gone with this direct snap on several occasions. They're going to do it again to Love. And he sets up the blocking this time, spins his way across the 35 down to the 33.
Yeah, good patience that time by Jeremiah Love. They haven't had a lot of success with that run. That time he just kind of waited and allowed his offensive lineman to get in position to make some blocks.
We saw the poise late in the game at Miami for Carr. We're seeing it again. A couple big-time throws already on this drive.
Yeah, led his team to 17 points in the 4th quarter. They were down that whole game. Tied it up before losing on a game-winning field goal in the last seconds.
Love splits. 2nd and 4. Carr, Fields dropped. Just a little bit behind him on the slant, and he was guarded closely again by Ricks.
Yeah, I mean, that needs to be a catch. I mean, this is a good throw, a good route. Big body receiver gets inside, and he just doesn't secure the catch. Ricks is able to get a hand in there, but that needs to be a catch.
Safe to say that Carr has found his #1 receiver, though. Malachi Fields in this game, 5 catches for 77 yards. Raritan, the tight end, his other go-to at 4 catches, 85. And Jeremiah Love with 4 grabs, 50 yards in the touchdown. 3rd and 4.
Could be a run here in 2-down territory.
It is. It's Love. It's a first down.
Just inside zone. Really good job blocking. Really nice job by the right guard, the freshman. Watch right there, number 76. He's going to do a nice job just kind of getting onto the linebacker, cutting off the backside linebacker, and allowing Jeremiah Love to get forward for the first down. He hasn't had a whole lot of open spaces, but that was a big-time run right there on 3rd down.
20 carries to go with 5 catches. 25 touches for Love. They'll give it to him again. Trying to get to the outside, and he just gets swallowed up by Regis.
Well, and right now, Notre Dame obviously wants to get themselves in a position to retake the lead. They also want to use clock, right? There's 5 minutes and 40 seconds. The clock is running. Both teams have all 3 of their timeouts, but you want to squeeze this clock. You don't want to lose your momentum, so you take your time at the huddle or at the line of scrimmage, but you don't want to lose the edge of coming off the football with aggression. Kind of a fine line, a fine balance for a quarterback to maintain.
Love with a career high in carries. Now it's Price's turn. 66 yards and 2 scores already. Carr over the middle and a tight window again, and it's a positive one. Just fits it in there for Pauling.
Yeah, does a nice job of not panicking. This didn't open up quickly. He's reading left. He's reading left. It doesn't happen. He comes back to the middle. And at the last second, he finds Pauling in the middle of a bunch of white jerseys and gets the ball forward to give you a manageable third down situation.
Both these coaches believe that this game would come down to making plays in the fourth quarter. This is why you go get a veteran like Will Pauling. He can make big plays in big moments, and it sets up a third down and 3. Price, stutter step, and he's short of first down yardage. It's going to be 4th and about 1.5 yards, and now the decision. You're well within field goal range, 4:20 and counting remaining.
Now you got to take the lead here. I mean,
it looked like the kicking unit was going to come out. Offense is now staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They're 1 for 3 on 4th down so far today. That included the stop with the direct snap to Love most recently.
They may let this clock go down. Nope.
Love is in there. Play clock already to 7. It's Love. Up the middle, he's got it. Wow. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And Mike Denbrock calls his best player's number in the biggest moment to keep the drive alive.
Well, I was a little surprised because they hadn't had a whole lot of success, but they cut off the backside. And you're right, give the ball to your best player and see if he can make it happen. Nice cutoff block by Ty Washington, number 7. And Jeremiah Love runs with toughness in between the tackles.
And Todd, you brought up milking the clock. This drive started with 9:06 remaining. 6 minutes already off the clock. Well within field goal range. Now can they punch it in? Love bursts through the hole. Stays on his feet. Love, touchdown, 12 yards out, and Love is in the air in South Bend.
No, it was a 21-yard Jeremiah Love touchdown run last year that was the difference in the ball game. This one not as far, but maybe just as critical.
What a drive orchestrated by the young quarterback C.J. Carr. Critical extra point from Burnett to make it a 7-point game. Box snap. Buckner has to pick it up. The quarterback with some time. No look and incomplete. And a huge issue. Keeps it at a 6-point game.
Good snap. Just a bad attempt to hold. But the go-ahead touchdown, watch the block by Raritan and watch the left tackle. They get a double team here. Now watch Knapp come off on the second level, get the linebacker. That's just well done. Left guard and left tackle and the tight end working together. And Jeremiah Love doing his thing on 4th down and 1st down as the Irish take the lead.
But how massive is that missed snap? It was a proper snap, just not handled by Buckner, the veteran who's played in a lot of football games, played in lacrosse games in a Notre Dame uniform. Joseph Vincey, the freshman, put it in the right spot, and Buckner couldn't get it down in time. So now keeps it at a 6-point game, 2:53 remaining, all 3 timeouts for A&M, plus the 2-minute timeout. And if Mike Elko wanted to see if his team could come up with a big win against a top 10 team on the road, now's the time to see what they're made of. Bussey sets up the blocking. Bussey down the sideline. And the speed is going to get him there. Touchdown. Flag is down. Back at the 29-yard line. Bussey and the A&M side tempered expectations and will wait for the penalty. There's a collective holding of breath in this stadium.
During the return, Holding. Return team, number 17. 10-yard penalty. It's first down.
It is the Swedish tight end, Theo Mellon Orstrom, who's just learning how to properly block, and a just critical mistake in a critical moment.
Yeah, I'm not even sure where he is. I mean, just
right there in the middle. Yeah, right there, takedown.
Oh yeah, there we go, right there.
It actually didn't even impact the play all that much.
You know, Notre Dame has been kicking away from the returners all night, right to the corners. They got the penalty on one. That time they kick away, and Bussey almost makes them regret that decision.
So another sudden change in emotion more than anything else. The drive will be from the 25-yard line. Make it the 26 officially. Handoff, Moss up the middle. And he'll keep the legs churning as he spins away and dragged down at the 29. Take another look at the hole.
Oh, right here. There it is, right there, right in the middle of the return. Really an unfortunate penalty for A&M. I mean, that was a great return by Bussey and negated by the penalty.
Empty set for Reed. Quick throw over the middle, the first catch of the second half, and the major speed. Craver already puts him close to field goal range. The catch and run gets him over 200 yards for the night. 34 through the air.
Yards after the catch. It's just a quick route. Get him the ball about 6 yards deep and let him run away from defenders.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
And he runs away from Carson Hobbs, number 21.
5 receptions of 20-plus yards for Craver. He has put his offense in business. 6-point game, 2 minutes left.
This is where it begins. A blank canvas, untethered by tradition or rules, where we're free to create from what if, not what was. Bound only by imagination and the laws of physics. But we're working on that. Welcome to Genesis.
How will earning unlimited cash back make you feel? Well, a little like this. And like this. It takes two to feel the joy. Earn unlimited 2% cash back. 1% when you buy and 1% as you pay with the Citi Double Cash Card.
I'm being told this is Limu Emu from Liberty Mutual, who helps save you hundreds by customizing your car insurance.
And his partner, Doug, is the gentleman under the security guard.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
When Verizon gives you a free phone on any plan, you use AI a lot.
Gemini, show me the concealer.
The long, thin tube in the middle.
Like a lot of it. Get a Google Pixel 10 Pro on us. Boyfriend of the year.
I think something's off. Do you want what I have? You're gonna have to sacrifice.
What if I say no?
It's time for me to show you who I am.
Him. Rated R. Only in theaters Friday.
Welcome to the new era. To the end zone. Welcome to the new era.
Look at the upcoming schedule presented by Discover. Maryland and Wisconsin next Saturday at noon. Our triple header continues with Purdue and Notre Dame here in South Bend. And then a huge showdown in Bloomington. Number 9, Illinois. Number 22, Indiana. Tyler Buckner is hoping that his defense can make sure that his mistake doesn't cost his team the game. He fumbled the snap on the extra point. 6-point Notre Dame lead. A&M has it first down from the Irish 37.
Lots of time, 2 minutes and 3 timeouts.
Moss gains 4. It's been a long time since Texas A&M has taken down a ranked opponent, especially an opponent in the top 10. You go back to November of 2014 as they beat number 3 Auburn. And when we talked to Mike Elko yesterday, that was what he said about this game. He's like, everybody is, billing this game for what it is. His viewpoint is the kids are confident they can go on the road and do something that this program hasn't done in over a decade. This is their chance. Reed, play action, fading away, tough catch. Mellon Orstrom, who had the hold on the kick return, is going to have the first down here.
Nice job hanging on the football, taking a big hit. Good job by Reed extending the play under pressure.
First down from the 25. Reed outside. Another catch for Mellon Orstrom, and he does get out of bounds to stop the clock.
Remember now, Notre Dame without Adon Schuler in the game. They've got a couple backup guys in there. Carson Hobbs is playing nickel.
We've seen Leonard Moore and Christian Gray at times go to the sideline with injuries. They're both out there at their respective cornerback spots. 2nd and 8. Reed delivers. Nobody home. Looked like Craver may have slipped.
Pretty good pressure by Botello that time for Notre Dame. Third and 8. Obviously 2-down territory. Field goal does you no good here if you're A&M.
Reed escapes. He's quick to the outside. He's got the first down. They have done such a great job of containing his legs all night, but when it matters most, Reed goes to default mode.
Well, Boubacar Traore is going to get too far upfield. He's going to get way up here, and Marcel Reed sees it right away. There's grass. Botello can't get him, and he uses that speed and instinct to get the first down. Great decision by Marcel Reed, taking advantage of the bad rush lane by Boubacar Traore.
Handoff up the middle. Daniels stumbles forward to the 11, and they'll mark him down at the 10. Mike Elko knew this game would come down to these moments. And a timeout is called here. A&M had 3 to work with, so 53 seconds remaining. You can get a first down at the 4-yard line. Tyler Buckner is just trying to keep his defense at the top of mind and hoping that they can deliver, because you look at the crazy special teams plays over the course of this game. This was the botch snap on the extra point. The complete 180 of how this game feels right now is a 7-point game versus the 6. Buckner tried to make something happen and just couldn't connect with his intended target. And then on the kick return, Terry Bussey thought that he had one going to the house, but Theo Mellon Orstrom gets called for the hold.
You know, the crazy thing, though, if you're Notre Dame, it might have been better had they returned the kick for a touchdown.
Sure.
You would have at least gotten the ball back with over 3 minutes to play, or before the 2-minute timeout. As it is now, if you get the ball back, it's going to be with very little time.
They'll focus on getting the stop first. Yep. Amari Daniels stays in there as the back, 5th-year senior from Miami. And this one's blown dead. Another one. 12th penalty on A&M.
Snap infraction. Offense, number 54. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Last year in College Station, Notre Dame had 11 penalties, I think, for 93 yards. So the penalties for the road team, a problem. There's the snap. He kind of scooted the ball, a little hitch.
That's actually the backup center that's in there. Coley Fail. And now Notre Dame got in the neutral zone, and Traore is again pointing to A&M.
Yeah, Basante, the left guard, I think, moved this time.
And you see what Mike Elko just said.
Offense, number 71, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Mike Elko said they're clapping. That's what he was trying to argue, and that's why he thinks that his players are jumping, but it doesn't, I don't see a clap anywhere.
No, I didn't either.
Right now, the Aggies have nobody to blame but themselves for 13 penalties to set them up with a 2nd and 16. Reed with time. And Reed's going to have to throw it away. Patience from Bryce Young before he made his pursuit.
And Craver got tangled up and ended up on the ground, and that's why Reed had to throw it away.
Ground, and the quarterback was outside the pocket.
Well, if you're Chris Ash here, 3rd and long, do you play safe? Do you try to get pressure? Too deep safety look right now would suggest some kind of zone.
Craver in motion, 3rd and 16. Reed rips, caught, short with a flag. Concepcion made the grab at the 10, and now we wait for the penalty.
Now they're saying incomplete pass, but the penalty thrown in the area of pass interference.
We wait for Kyle Olsen. You see Christian Gray looking puzzled.
Holding, defense, number 6. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
He's working on Craver. It's a little return route, and you can see Craver trying to get back outside, and that's clearly holding on Christian Gray.
And what was 3rd and 16 becomes an automatic first down.
Yeah. Well, we've seen penalties hurt A&M. That one really critical that goes against the Irish, and a good call on the penalty.
Reed, design keeper, nowhere to go, and stayed in bounds.
Yeah, they're going to have to use a timeout.
And he's feeling it after the hit again. Jalen Sneed.
Timeout, Texas A&M. They're second at the half.
Made the tackle.
34 seconds.
So 2nd down upcoming. Look for A&M at this point. Initially, you could have said you keep your 3 timeouts, try to score, or if you don't get the score, then you still have the 3 timeouts to get the ball back. At this point now, you know this is the game. You're going end zone at some point over the next 34 seconds.
Right.
And
but if you're Reed, you get out of bounds on that
big
play.
time.
I mean, you're not gaining any yards. Get out of bounds and save the timeouts for a more critical situation.
Big time. C.J. Carr. His defense couldn't come through at Miami after he led the team down the field to tie the game. They gave up a field goal, little time left for Carr on the offense, and they couldn't muster anything up against a fierce Hurricanes pass rush. Now it's A&M's turn. Can they break the hearts of the Irish and send them to an 0-2 start following their run of the national championship game last year?
Craver is lined up against Christian Gray. They've got kind of a stock right here. Christian Gray is going to probably take Craver in this situation.
Reed, deep drop. Reed floats, end zone. Incomplete. It was available for Hobbs. He just couldn't squeeze it.
You know, that's like one of those where you get a great hitter in baseball to foul off one and you drop it and you think, oh no, we had our chance. Good pressure on the inside by Bryce Young, forced the throw, and he threw it into traffic, and Notre Dame not able to capitalize.
3rd and goal. keeps his eyes downfield. Down the middle, short, and incomplete. Mellanore's from the target. Hobbs there in coverage. It's 4th and goal, 19 seconds, and here's your ball game.
Yep, good pressure that time, forced the throw, and this is it.
Will it be a signature win for Mike Elko? Or will Marcus Freeman's team get their first victory in 2025? Time to find out. And Marcus Freeman will take a timeout.
Timeout. Notre Dame.
Now this timeout works for both teams. It allows A&M to make sure they know exactly what they want, what the play call is. It helps Notre Dame because they saw the formation that play. May not be the same, but even more importantly than that, it allows their pass rushers to catch a break right now, get a drink of water, and try to be able to crank it up for one last play.
Just think about what this means for both teams. We talked about the level of exhale that A&M might feel with a win against a top 10 foe on the road. But for Notre Dame, you lose this game, you go to 0-2, and any control you might feel you have to get back to the college football playoff completely vanishes.
Yeah, it would be a very difficult path for that to happen if you go to 0-2. Both teams have played valiantly. Both quarterbacks have made plays all night. But we said, which defense could come up with a critical stop in the 4th quarter? And this is the opportunity right now for Notre Dame to do that.
It'll be a 4th and goal. Craver has been the go-to guy for A&M with 207 yards and a touchdown.
And I think that's the key point. They are on the 12-yard line, but it's 4th and goal. This has to go to the end zone. I mean, it can be a catch and run, but there is no first down to gain without scoring a touchdown.
Let's decide a winner. 4th in the game. Reed, rush comes. Reed pumps, fires. It is caught. Nate Borkicher brings it in and ties the game.
He was working in man coverage against Drake Bowen. And Borkicher, the blocking tight end, makes the catch of the ball game for A&M.
They will confirm it before the extra point. Marcel Reed, clutch. 13 plays down the field in 2 minutes and 40 seconds. And now Randy Bond can put the Aggies in front with an extra point. And he's got it.
There's no way that Borkicher was the main target of this play. He's the blocking tight end, spent 5 years in Nebraska, but he's going to release out and be single coverage with Bowen. And watch Marcel Reed. He's looking inside first. He kind of clutches it, and at the last minute gives his big tight end a chance. And Borkicher comes through. Throw on the run, give the big body tight end a chance. And what a finish to a drive by the Aggies.
It was Drake Bowen in coverage. And the Irish fans hoping for a prayer. Take one more look at the middle of this play as the Irish try to get home. Maybe a slight hold there on the takedown.
There's a tackle.
Donovan
That's
Hinish.
holding. Donovan Hinish was held by Chase Basantis, number 71. It wasn't called. And Marcel Reed made a heck of a play.
Tyler Buckner, the veteran, former starting quarterback, usually so reliable as the holder, couldn't handle the snap on the extra point, and his team now 13 seconds left, trails by 1. A wild game that's deserved a wild finish. Does Notre Dame have something special here? Little pooch kick. It'll bounce and be taken on the hop by Williams. He'll just survey towards the outside and go out of bounds with 31 seconds left. So Notre Dame does have 2 timeouts here with 11 seconds remaining. You figure they're going to have to get as close as possible, and obviously a field goal would win the game for them. So you can take the shot over the middle of the field. But again, it comes back to the poise of C.J. Carr, your young quarterback, trying to make it happen.
Well, you can't hold it very long. I mean, 11 seconds, you maybe have time for 2 throws and a field goal attempt, but if you hang on to the ball too long, it's 1 throw and then a Hail Mary.
Got to figure Marcus Freeman's going to stay close to the officials. Carr looking, taking a lot of time. Over the middle, he rips. Incomplete. He threw it in triple coverage. Another takedown that Notre Dame fans are begging for the flag as Fields hit the deck before the ball got there.
But again, because he held the ball so long, I think he just tripped. I don't think that was a penalty. I think their feet got tangled up. He threw it into triple coverage, but it took so long. Now you only have 1 shot, and that's throw it as far as you can. Carr over the middle. Greathouse leaves it for Faison. Now back to Jeremiah Love, and he's going to go out of bounds. This game is over. Texas A&M gets a signature road win under Mike Elko. They announce to the nation they have arrived with a 41-40 victory over Notre Dame. Let's go down to KT.
Coach, you told us a key to victory tonight would be making the key plays down the stretch. Your team executed a phenomenal game-winning drive. What can you say about the effort they put in tonight?
Yeah, unbelievable. Marcel Reed, our 2 wide receivers, Mario and KC, just kept making plays. Nate Borkacher makes an unbelievable play. Geez, we didn't play great, but we made all the plays we needed to make to win the game.
Was that the design play to get it to Borkacher on that one?
Yeah, we kind of thought that's where it would go because we knew they would double the 2 slots, and so we got him one-on-one in the corner, and he came down, made a heck of a play.
What does a win like this on the road tell you about where your team is right now?
Yeah, it's the next step. It's the next step. We're a 3-0 football team. We got a lot of big games left. That's what it's like playing in this league, but we had to go on the road at night and beat a ranked team, and we did that tonight.
Coach, thanks so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
The next step indeed for Mike Elko, and that feels like the biggest takeaway from this game. Certainly Notre Dame's going to be kicking themselves for some missed opportunities, but a lot of praise deserved for this A&M football team and the way that they've gotten revenge for last year's loss.
Absolutely, and like Mike Elko said, they made the plays down the stretch. I know Tyler Buckner feels awful. Remember the holding penalty on Christian Gray with 3rd and 16, gave him an automatic first down, but A&M just battled all the way through, and now for A&M, they go home. They have a bye week, and then 3 straight home games in the SEC against Auburn, Mississippi State, and Florida.
It is all in front of Mike Elko's team. Borkacher, the hero. The Nebraska transfer delivers at the end, and Marcel Reed, 360 yards, 2 touchdowns. This was the critical play late in the 4th quarter. Tyler Buckner couldn't handle the snap on the extra point, keeps Notre Dame up by just 6. And then it was Reed put in the right spot, found his tight end, capped off a 13-play, 74-yard drive with a touchdown. And the quarterback, who has taken such incredible strides, leads to the extra point that puts the Aggies up for good with 13 seconds remaining. Marcus Freeman, for the 2nd time in his head coaching career at Notre Dame, starts 0-2. And the Aggie fans that made the trip to South Bend were treated to a fun one, a good one, and a positive one. The Aggies go home 3-0. Coming up next, it's something on the West Coast, your local news. For Captain Tappan, TV, Terry McCauley, our entire crew, I'm No Eagle saying so long. South Bend.
Next Saturday, live on NBC and Peacock. Maryland at Wisconsin. Then Purdue, Notre Dame. And in prime time, Illinois at Indiana. All eyes on you. You know what to do. Look how you coming through. Who that?
No matter your crew, Toyota has an SUV for you. Right now, qualified lessees can lease a new 2025 RAV4 LE for $299 a month for 36 months. Offer ends September 30th.
Game with a brand new sauce. Get ready, got the 1, 2, 3, 4.
I got the sauce to make.
002.
I got the sauce to make you go.
Oh, you got me.
Are you ready for this? I'm letting in there, so 1, 2, 3.
Let them win again.
Switch it up.
Humana, a more human way to healthcare.
Neely Scruggs, NBC5 News at 6 and 10.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get 0% APR with a total value of over $5,800 on this Sierra 1500 model.
See your North Texas GMC dealers.
When you have a Medicare partner you trust, life gets lighter.
House break?
You know it.
Put a spring in your step. Health Spring.
Ahead of 10, a student athlete battling back after injury to take his spot on the field, doing it in the same rivalry game that sidelined him 1 year ago. Plus, a pack of dogs on the prowl in a North Texas neighborhood causing concern for residents. What's being done to contain them?
Viva Mexico!
Celebrations kicking off this weekend for the start of Hispanic Heritage Month.
You're watching NBC5 News at 10.
Thanks for joining us tonight at 10. I'm Ben Sims. There's a group of unwanted neighbors in the city of Godley. Folks there say a pack of wild dogs have been roaming their streets. As NBC5's Tahara Rahman reports, the question now is what to do with them.
It started out as night crawls, video after video from folks in the Star Ranch neighborhood of Godley showing a pack of dogs on the prowl.
And we have seen the increase of dogs, not only quantity of dogs in the pack, but how often they are coming through during the daytime as well.
Neighbors say over the last few months, these beasts have gotten bolder.
At this point, we now have dogs, feral dogs, obviously sick, obviously having issues, trying to find food, that are out and about at the same time that my children and our children are on the streets.
Bruce Mote says this is the tail end of a group that charged at his family, coming through this path toward his driveway.
As that was happening, my wife rushed my daughter inside the house. My son locked himself up in my Tahoe. I went to the house to retrieve my firearm.
Neighbors think the pups are all abandoned.
Oh, shame on those people who are dropping their dogs off.
It's okay, man. Take a deep breath.
They're starving. Our animals, our children are at risk.
As the pack of dogs have grown here on these streets, so have neighbors' concerns. So much so that it's pushed at least one city council member to put this issue on next week's council agenda.
City council member Michael Matos is proposing a new rule that would you.